What is going on? It is your boy Trip Dipper out here today. So I'm walking around Portland today. I'm going to go out and I'm going to see a buddy of mine. I'm also going to meet up with my pops because I got to figure out what's going on with this other little residence situation that's going on at the moment. So, other than that, your boy's just kind of expecting to run through. Probably see a couple of his friends while I'm waiting for good old pops. And shit, he said he's supposed to call me back, whatnot. It's a little, this hat gets a little tight on your head. I am repping my Blazers today. Strangely enough, your boy is out of dip for, a little bit. I'm going to be out of chew for today. So, unfortunately, I'm not going to be packing a lip. If you are packing a lip, fuck, send me a can or something, you know what I'm saying? Because your boy is out of chew, which kind of sucks. I had to do something really weird last night. So I took my cans that I've been saving, and for some reason, I don't always get everything out of the fucking can, like all that side stuff and the bottom of the can stuff. So I just I took one of the cans and scraped it in the corners and took everything and put it into one can. Tell me if you've ever done this, because it worked, it was, I got a full dip out of it and shit, which was pretty cool. I wasn't expecting to get at all a pinch out of it. So, have you ever had to do that, where you've ever had to take old cans of yours and made a pinch? Drop it in the comments. Oh, before I forget, smash that like button and that subscribe for me, please. Let's see if we can get 25 likes on this video. Like I said, so this is Southeast Portland. Basically, because I just walked over the bridge. I really should have started my video going over the top of the Selwood Bridge. That'd have been pretty cool, but I didn't think about it. So, your boy is walking through Southeast Portland. Just, it's been a while since I've been back here. I think the last time I was in Southeast Portland was, I was here yesterday, but prior to that was 2 years ago, and I was right before me and my brother, quote unquote, went to Kauai. So for a few months I went down there with him, and I think he's still down there. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure that he's still down there, but he hasn't posted any pictures or anything, or he updates his page every once in a while. But anyways, just give me 1 second. Sorry about that. Somebody was asking something. So other than that, your boy's, like I said, walking down through Selwood, southeast of Selwood. We're going to get into a little bit of a neighborhood that I really want my wife to see, but she's not going to get to see it. Well, she'll get to see it for Christmas, which is kind of just as cool. It's the Eastmoreland neighborhood, and during the Halloween season and the Christmas season, I'm not so sure what they do for the Thanksgiving. I don't really think they do anything for the Thanksgiving season. They're sure they'll do the banners or whatever. But Halloween and Christmas, these people go all out. They're it's crazy. It's like the Reed College Eastmoreland neighborhood. It's kind of like the rich Southeast neighborhood, kind of. But it's by this college. It's called Reed College, and nice people, a bunch of nice people, it's really cool. But they go all out, and they do it for the kids. And during Halloween, king size candy bars, and that's what they give out, and it's pretty cool. It's legit. The lights is really what it's about for me at this point. But when I was a kid, man, we used to go over down in there. Man, we used to make sure we got the king size candy bars. That's what me and my partners used to make sure to do in middle school. I went to middle school right up the road here. I went to Selwood. So yeah, we were right in the neighborhood, you know. And I grew up in my adolescence and my teenage years from like K, I think preschool, pre-K to like 7th grade. I was in St. Helens, and then 8th grade, and part of my freshman year I was here, and then I went back to St. Helens on my own, you know, and whatnot. So a lot of the people that like I know out here is because when I was homeless downtown, which is the other direction, it's like, it's that way. And so with that going on, you know, it was a little bit different. So I met a lot of people doing that. Plus, I mean, I went to 2 different high schools here in Portland. I went to Cleveland High, which is on 26 and Powell. And then I went to Milwaukee High School, which is over like by the transit center. It's over off of like McLaughlin, which we're about to walk over the top of here in a minute. Anyways, so with that being said, you know, actually technically I went to 3 different high schools, because I went to Cleveland, Milwaukee, and I went to St. Helens. Plus, I started to register to Helensview, which is on like 88th and Killingsworth. So that's how that goes. That's a little bit of history of me in Southeast Portland and Portland area. I hadn't brought some of the schools that I went to up in my previous like about me video on here. In fact, when I was living over here, I was on juvenile probation for a physical, some kind of assault, some kind of you know, like you know, some kind of misdemeanor, like minor misdemeanor at the time. But oh no, my dad and I got in a fight. That's what happened, and I got a domestic violence charge against my father, and so I was on juvenile probation for that. That's right. That's what happened. And then so she was trying to tell me I needed to go to school, back to school or whatever. I tried to go to Helensview, but the bitches were crazy. Motherfuckers were crazy. Like the teachers, like the bitches, like female teachers, a bunch of bitches, a bunch of crazy motherfuckers. And it's because like the teachers were like outnumbered by like the black folk that were going to that school, because it was an alternative like gang school or something. I'm not exactly sure what it was, but I think that's what it was. Like it was an alternative school. Like all the like gangbangers went there and shit. So it was you know, it was whatever, you know, but I didn't even get through like the testing and shit. And I was smart enough, you know. So I went to New Avenues for Youth, which is downtown. Had its own little school program as well. But like I went to the GED program for a couple of days, and then I was like, check it out. I can do this shit, you know. Let's just sign me up for the GED test. And they do, and it took me 2 weekends, because you can only do 2 tests on the one day and 3 tests on the other Saturday. I mean, I like aced it, you know. I got over 500s all the way down the board with no studying. So, and I was just only going like my freshman and sophomore years of school. So not that I'm like, any kids that are watching this, I'm not promoting that at all. That's just what I did. And that was my fault. I wish I would have gone to school, like fully graduated high school and then gone to college. That's what I wish I would have done, which doesn't even really matter anymore, because people, I guess I'm not going to say that college is insurmountable, but it kind of is at this point, because people that have like college degrees aren't getting the jobs. It's people that have like trade school vocational training are getting jobs, because this way they know what's going on. That's why when I go back to school here in January, I'm going for a vocational for auto service technician, which is a 2-year program. But cars, auto service techs, and plumbers and electricians and construction workers and, you know, a few other things, welders. These are all things that will always be needed, you know. So any kids that are watching this or have an idea or don't quite know what they want to do to be, you know, up in their lives, give it a little bit of a thought, because if I would have been your age and had, you know, kind of know what I wanted to do, which I kind of did, you know, I thought I was going to be a basketball player, which, you know, I was good enough back in the day. I really was. I went and I played ball with my boys yesterday, and I did okay, not so good. I can pass the ball, I got some dribble, I got some speed, but my jumpers kind of went garbage. I only made like, 3 jump shots or 4 jump shots yesterday, but it was in the dark and the ball was too pumped up, so that was a little different. And it had been a long time. Like I said, it had been some years since I played ball. So this is what some of Southeast looks like. It's cloudy, as you can see, which is nice. But like I said, you know, there's some things that the world is always going to need, and that's how it is, you know. So this is your boy Trip Dipper, having a fucking tripper day, because I get to go relax. Your boy's out. Salute.